Welcome to the Systems Dynamics class, and right now I'm going to give you a run through of aquaponics, what it is, how it runs, and why we use it. This below is a 41.5 gallon fish tank, which will be holding our fish, and down below is a pump, and the pump basically just forces the water up to our plants when our plants are going to be inside of this, and it drains back down into the fish tank using what we call a bell siphon. Bell siphon is just a pipe with a cap over it, and the cap creates a vacuum seal that ends up sucking all of the water back down into the fish tank. All of our wires to our pump, our fish tank, our light, and our fan are all color coded with these stickers here to the stickers down below on the timer that we have set up right here that is hooked up to the outlet in the wall over there. The fan's job is just to keep the light cool. The light gets very hot. If we don't run the fan, there's a higher chance of there being a problem with the light itself and our plants getting too hot and someone burning themselves if they put their hands on the metal. So the fan circulates the air through the light and back out so that the light stays cool, no one gets hurt. It's just a safety precaution. So down below here on the outlets we have timers. And the timers tell the pump, the light, and the fan when to turn on, how to turn on, and what times they need to turn on. Up above, the pot will be filled twice every hour, 4 times in a 2-hour cycle, and it'll keep going every single night. The light will be on for 11 hours at a time, and then it'll shut off for another cycle, which will continue throughout the day with no more lights. Usually the light tends to run at night. There will be no alternative sunlight to the plants because that would alter the plant's decision in growing and photosynthesis. So now I'm going to turn it on and show you how it works. So first, this basically just turned on the pump. And then this one will turn on the light and fan. And we have a fish tank light that's also hidden under here with a button that's underneath the fish tank that we can't really see. This tank takes about 15 minutes to fill up to its height, and then the siphon will create its vacuum seal to start dragging the water down faster than what the pump is pumping it up into the fish tank to begin with. If anything is to go wrong, there's also a shut-off valve right here so the water stops coming up to the tank. It is bad for the pump to leave it like that, but it is an emergency shut-off in case the siphon does not end up working the way it should and the tank starts to overflood, not to keep draining out your tank. On the fan, there's a filter, and the filter's job is just to make sure that inside the fan doesn't get clogged up with dust, which keeps our glass clean and keeps our fan from going and cutting out. You have to be careful when manually shutting off the pump with the switch because you will get water squirts all over the place. Just make sure you clean them up after against the wall if you end up using it. Now if there's any problems with anything, as you see in the corner we have spare parts for just about every single thing on this system. And right now the fish tank only has about 9 gallons in it, more enough to fill up our planting pot and then it drain back out, but it will later on be filled up all the way so we can actually fit fish into it. There are 3 different settings for the light. This is its lowest setting, and then you have medium, and then you have ultraviolet, and that is the max, which is 1,100 volts of energy going through the light. We don't really use the highest intensity only because it's a distraction. It doesn't matter on the intensity of whether you use it on the plants, as long as they have it on for 11 hours, you'll be good and satisfied and your plants will be happy. So the job for the fish is just to fertilize the plants. When the fish are actually inside this fish tank and pooping and peeing, their waste will go up through the pump into the planting area, and the plants will filter it out and clean it and use it as their nutrition. And the good thing about this, and the one reason why we really decided to build it, was because you can grow in the winter, the summer, the fall, the spring, every season, indoors, anytime you need to. Which is the best thing to do. Miss Travers also has plans on expanding it, but for now this is the test trial, and I hope you who are watching this now would like to make some improvements or changes that you see are valued and available. Thank you for watching.